First part of the event, I will be giving an introduction, why we started this and what is the kind of a mission, because we are still defining certain stuff. This is the 10th session and then we wanted to make it special. So I just wanted to take it into a next level. We have a challenge. We come into a different country and then the first thing that what we face is how to get connections.
Most interesting part about this session will be the conversation that we're going to have with this great lady who is hosting us today, Sylwia. She is going to be taking us in an in-depth explanation or an introduction about how she started her business, the struggles that she has been through.
I opened this cafe 2 years ago. I used to work in completely different area. I worked like a business analyst and management assistant in one position for building company. When I decided to open the cafe, it was completely new talent for me.
Can you tell us about the background, what inspired you to start a business?
I would like to make my own business, as I mentioned before, because I was bored with my previous job and I would like to create some valuable place for guests.
My question would be, you made investment at the beginning, so how long did it take to break even?
What was your bigger fear in theory that after you saw on the field was just a fear?
You have your life as well to run, and knowing that, how do you manage things?
At the beginning it's not easy. The most important in business are people.
As the first part of the event, I will be giving an introduction, why we started this and what is the kind of a mission, because we are still defining certain stuff. This is the 10th session and then we wanted to make it special. So we thought we are going to do it differently from the previous sessions what we had. Talking about the vision, why did we start this? It's going to a backstory. I am working on a company, a bank actually, as a lead, and I wanted to do a startup as well, so that I involved my wife into it. I started teaching her 3-4 years back how to do digital media stuff, and because I was doing it from I was 20s or even 17s, something like that. So I just wanted to take it into a next level, but as all of you, there's a lot of expats I see here. We have a challenge. We come into a different country and then the first thing that what we face is how to get connections. And we have our own problems. We don't know how to speak to someone. We are just afraid. So what we do is we don't do. We just kill our idea. We just keep it inside. So thinking about it differently, finding clients, how can I find clients? So I thought, okay, let me go into people, start talking about, building a business, but it didn't really work out. So instead of that, I started with, there's a group called Expats in Krakow, talking to the admins, building a community there. Then what happened was, this lady, the admin, she was really nice. She helped me out to get some people, but I didn't have the confidence still. We had about 300, 400 people, even 500 people, but still I was lacking confidence to speak like this, to speak to individuals. But there was one guy who sent a message on the chat, George. I just wanted to thank him. He was sending a message to the group saying that he's a CEO from Scoot API, that he wanted to meet people in Krakow. So that a lot of people showed interest. A lot of members from here, they joined. Upendra, Swarab, these people, they came from the first session itself. So this gave me kind of a confidence. I wanted to, let me do it. Let me take care of the event. I started the event understanding, how are we gonna build this community now into the next level? So instead of starting everything slowly, I just wanted to bring people. So a lot of people came in. Then how to keep them people? So we have to make sure that we have some values inside. So then what I thought was, let me connect it with a different idea. What is building a vision and mission where expats from their country, because they have a lot of connections, they can start building something over there as well and bring it here. I know a lot of people are doing this, and this can be applied to many others as well. So this is basically the vision and our mission to help each other go into a next level, find different contacts from the session, and try to build an expat community, whereas like, it's not that we don't welcome locals or something like that. We have locals here as well, so Piotr, and we had a couple of more as well, like people who are locals, which is also helping me out. Like Piotr helped me with a lot of activities as well, so that this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to connect so that we can move on, and they will be helping us out also in different activities, registering businesses, accounting, taxing and stuff like that. And there's a lot of big opportunities here as well, which is talking about the mission and vision. Also, why should you join us, right? Like, why should you help us out? Why should we work as a team? So here, it's not just meeting and talking to people. We just wanted to build a strategy. We wanted to build a strategy. How are we going to pick the things? How are we going to put a kind of a guideline? How are we going to then take it into a next level? Where if you know people from your countries who can participate, make a network so that it can be you who is next, who would do the talking, who would act like a bridge, to connect people with. And also, even in the session, I see a lot of interesting faces. Like I connected with a lot of people that I never thought with, that I would be connecting with. And this is giving really opportunities, so that it's about our individual perspective aspect, that how many people that what we are going to talk to. Because each one of us are going through the same problems, and then we can try to get rid of this as well. But given all this, it's a problem because you see our messenger groups, WhatsApp groups, like all the groups that what we have, there's a lot of scammers. So just know who you are talking to. Just don't try to sign into something like from the very first day. Study about him, study about the person, and try to build something. But you can ask if someone can be trusted or not. We can't just give a direct answer because we don't know. But over the time, you will have understanding if you can build something with them or not. So go for it, I would say. But understand about the risk factors as well. So this is what we always say. Every meeting, we have a disclaimer. Okay, take your own risk, but there's an opportunity. Please take it as well. How to stay connected, right? Because a lot of people don't know how these events are being created and stuff like that. How we host these events. In the beginning, we started with Expats in Krakow. That's why I mentioned that, because it was just a messenger group. We had about 400-500 people. Now it's closer to 1,000 people. But on top of that, we are building separate Facebook page, Instagram page, where you can connect and see the events coming in. And also we have a WhatsApp group. It's just specifically scope for bringing out people right now. But in the future, it will start acting wherever we find more connections with, we will try to connect with those people and see how we can build opportunities as well. And also one more thing, there's a clear opportunity for here who wanted to do accounting, like taxing and stuff like that, because we don't have anyone yet. And I have been inviting a couple of people, and if you know someone who is even local who can help us out, just feel free to talk to me, talk to the team, so that we can try to see if it will work out in a long-term basis. And I see a lot of different communities do that as well, but they are mostly locally, their focus is local. But I think there's a potential future opportunity, because we will need to go everything through the legal factors. And talking again about how to stay connected, there's a QR code. You can start scanning, and then you will see there's one-page dummy website, just to find out the URL. That's all. We didn't want to build anything yet, but we are working on a small prototype. We have a portal where we add the details and information over there. You will see all this information there. So with that, I wanted to introduce Chaima. She has been for several sessions, and she will be the moderator for this session. And she's also working on a financial company, bank, as a manager. And she volunteered herself that she's gonna moderate the session, so that, it's about win-win, so why not, right? So Chaima, so you will be moderating the session. And then also we wanted to thank especially the owner from York Workspace, because he hosted us for a couple of sessions as well. And then also Sylwia from Good Day Cafe. We wanted to thank you for giving the opportunity and the place, because we have been coming here for a while, and then she was really patient and listening to us, and she was understanding the potential. And then we are working with win-win situations, and it's really working out. And then I really like to thank her, and then she's our guest speaker. With that, I hand over to Chaima.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I am Shaima, and I will be moderating the session for the next 2 hours. At the beginning, thank you, Z, for... No, it's okay. Thank you for the presentation, and I think everyone, you have a brief idea of what are the expectations from this session and what is the vision and what are we aiming to do, and we really hope that you are going to be part of this great community that we are trying to. Most interesting part about the session will be the conversation that we're going to have with this great lady who is hosting us today, Sylwia. She is going to be taking us in an in-depth explanation or an introduction about how she started her business, the struggles that she has been through, the success, the victories that she has been through, and later on you will have the possibility to hear our questions for her and of course for you to participate in your questions. So without delay, Sylwia, can you please join us?
Okay, thank you for coming. Thank you, Ziva, for organizing this meeting. I'm really satisfied that you managed to organize so nice group. And for you, of course, thank you for coming here. Maybe I try to introduce myself in a few statements. I opened this cafe 2 years ago. I used to work in completely different area. I worked like a business analyst and management assistant in one position for building company. So when I decided to open the cafe, it was completely new challenge for me. It was something which I did first time. And why I decided to do this? Because I was bored with my previous job. I felt burnout and I was tired. I didn't see any challenges in my previous job because of a long time when I worked. And of course, I would like to create something on my own. I would like to realize my vision. I would like to do something from the start to the end. And that's why I decided to open the cafe. Why cafe? It was spontaneous decision because I found this place and I decided that oh wow, here is a nice place where people can come. In the past it looks different because it wasn't map here, for example, it wasn't pictures, so the interior was completely different, but I decided to do something according my vision, and I decided to open. And what was important at the beginning, important was that I used to bake the cakes also on my own, and it was my additional job, like hobbies, where I also can get additional income, and it was very satisfied for me because I could bring some value for my guests, for my customers, and that's why it was one of the points why I decided to open cafe.
So first of all, we will have some questions for Sylwia, and then we will just allow you to ask questions so that you can ask any questions that you wanted from Sylwia as well. Yeah, so just can we have about like 5-10 minutes, because we have some structured questions what we wanted to ask from Sylwia. So Sylwia, the first question is like, can you tell us about like, you know, the background, what inspired you to start a business? Why did you think about making a business first of all?
First of all, I would like to make my own business, as I mentioned before, because I was bored with my previous job, and I would like to create some valuable place for guests and get some value for others. For example, create place where people can take a rest, where people can read some books, can work, can eat something tasty. Also, we would like to be open for everyone. So everyone is equal, and we are open for everyone. So that's why we decided to be for people here.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
What were the biggest challenges that you faced when you were starting out your business, and how did you kind of overcome it?
The biggest challenge was that I did it first time and I had to learn everything on my own mistakes. Because in the past I never worked in restaurant, in bar, in pub, so I didn't have any experience in this kind of area, so it was the biggest challenge. And the second biggest challenge was how to deal with many people who come at the same time to this place, for example. And it was one of the second, I think, the biggest challenge, because you never know how many people will come. Yeah, exactly. So it's hard to predict how many products you need, for how many people you need to be prepared, exactly. So at the beginning, because I didn't have any experience, it was one of the biggest challenge.
I think it's an important question as well for you from your perspective. How did you differentiate your business from other competitors in the industry? Because a lot of cafes are there around. Like, how are you still making sure that you keep the business running?
I think that the most important thing is to listen the guests, listen customer needs, and be flexible. Because at the beginning, when I start, I had only cakes and coffee and some sandwiches. And then I heard my guests what they need. And I had to introduce different offer, like for example bagels, like breakfast, like wafers. So it's important to listen what are market requirements. I think it's one of the most important.
So you adapt into that.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's also a different question. Like how do you stay innovative? Like the things are changing. So how do you stay innovative and keeping up with the industry trends? Like
I think the very important is follow the trends. So also listen customers and follow on the trends. What are the trends on the market exactly? Because it's very changeable. Every year is different. And in every year we also introduce different products. For example, wafers with halloumi or salads. We didn't have them in the last year. Right now we have.
Change often, like
yes.
So how do you know it? Like it is changing based on the request from the customers?
Based on the request, and sometimes also I go somewhere and check what they sell. The competitors, what they sell, and when I found it's okay, then I try to introduce something similar. I can inspire by different places.
Do they know you that you are the owner from this cafe or something like that, or it's completely new? Because
sorry,
do they know you or something like that?
No.
Okay. And one last question, and then I will stop asking questions because there were a couple of questions. What advice would you give to someone who wanted to start their own business? Because that is something that everybody was asking, like from the first session, like which we saw, a lot of people were asking, how can I start something? What kind of advice that would you give?
I think that the most important thing is to have the vision, and then make the plan and realize this plan. So 3 steps. It's of course easy to say, but you have to be aware that you take all risks on you and all benefits. So it's challenging, but it's worth to try. From my perspective, of course. But you have to be also aware that obstacles are the part of the journey, part of the business. So it never I think it's never easy. Never easy to do.
Everyone, right now you have the chance, if any of you is interested in the industry, if you actually want to learn from someone who have been there and who has done that, it is your chance. So we are open to the questions.
If you don't mind, I have 3 questions because I have the same vision to open not cafe but some dessert shop. Okay. So first question: when did you decide to leave your job and give your business full time, or you build your business beside your job?
Yes, it's a good question because at the beginning worked in two places. So I had cafe and I worked for my previous company, and it was very hard because I had to work 7 days per week. But I took holidays in my company when I opened the cafe, 2 weeks. And after that I found my first employee after 2 weeks. And next I worked 5 days in the office and 2 days during the weekend here. And my employee worked from Monday till Friday here. And I was here during the weekend.
Okay, how long is this period that you work it in process? How long?
When I worked on full time, it was about 2 months. 2 months, both, yes. But after that, I started to work for my previous company as well, but not for full time, for the part time. And I had part time there and here company. Yeah.
And second, the question about any business need some knowledge in marketing, financial, different thing, more than the production thing. So, how did you able? How could you able to stand your business? How did you make your marketing, your financial thing, to figure out if you make profit or make or there is some loss?
Generally, I did many things on my own. I did marketing, I did some financial calculations on my own. I studied economy, but it's not the same, but of course it's useful. So I did it on my own. I have an accountant as well, but she only booked the invoice, so she's not responsible for developing business, but only help with the invoices and the taxes.
Okay, last question. Sorry. What is the most hard one that you didn't expect that it will be hard like this? Hard thing of opening business.
Oh, I think that the most hard is that you never know what your competitors can do. And unfortunately, I had bad experience with unfair competitors, which can do bad review, for example, on Google. And they are fake reviews because their account has only one review, for example, and they are blocked. You can't write to these people or do anything. And when you ask about, for example, something, you can't give any information from them. So it's fake. And when you put this information, when you send this information to Google and ask them to remove this review, they don't do nothing. And it is one of the worst, one of the hardest things, I think.
Okay. Thank you so much.
My question would be, you made investment for at the beginning. So how long did it take to break even?
You mean to give back the money which
Yes.
I invested?
Yes.
I think that because I opened the cafe in June, so it was the good season because it's summer. I think about 4 or 5 months maybe.
What was your bigger fear in theory that after you saw on the field was just a fear? I would say on the field was just a fear, just in your mind.
I think that the biggest fear was that I couldn't imagine how I deal with so many different things. Because I'm responsible for the menu, for preparing food, for baking cakes, for financial, for marketing, for suppliers. For also one of the biggest fear was if I have enough customers to maintain everything. If it will be enough, if cost won't be bigger than income. I think at the beginning it's hard to calculate. You can calculate, but you never know what will be.
If you didn't take this decision to make it, what you will think about you today?
Oh, I think that I won't be satisfied because because in that time I thought that it is the last time for me when I have to do this because I felt that I have to change something. So I had to find something new. I felt that I had to change because it's hard to predict how I feel now, but I think that it won't be good.
So this is Erhan, and the question is, what is the key success factor that help you to break even in 4 months? Because according to industry standards, right, minimum 6 months to 1 year, people estimate. So what was it for you that changed the game?
I think that one of the important factor is that we have a hotel behind here. And when I opened this place, I knew about it, and I also thought that I will have some customers from the hotel because they don't have a restaurant, they don't have place where they can buy breakfast or something or coffee. So that's why also I choose this place because I knew that they have a hotel and there is no more places at this time. If there is no hotel on that side, I think it takes much more time. So, yeah.
What if someone will just come and open in the side door? Because that's the usual pattern that I'm seeing when there is a success in place and people like to copy that. So what would you do? I mean, do you have a strategy for that kind of move if it's gonna happen?
You mean if somebody would like to open some...
The same just next door.
Oh. Yeah. You would like to do this? Okay, so that's a good question, but I never think about it. I think that I have to do this right now. Yes, that's a good question. Yeah.
You open a cafe next door, even though you know you're not going to make money on it, but you don't let your competitors do it before you do it. But you keep the part of money that you have on this place. It's actually what the people do and big corporations does as well. So.
If you understood that the hotel, I would say, brought you the clients, did you try to make partnership with this, I would say, especially to propose them something else or with others?
Yes, we did some partnership agreement in the past, but right now we don't have this partnership agreement because big company bought this hotel and bought this. I think it's hard to explain because I don't know the details, but they manage all the building. And the owner is, I think, the same which was before, but this company manage all the building, but they don't have still they don't have any cafe and any restaurant. But I know that they deliver lunch, something like a breakfast box for the rooms. But I think it's not a big competitor. Because very often people prefer to eat breakfast in the cafe, not lunch or breakfast box is enough. So for me, it's a pity, but I can't do anything because it is not my decision. It's the decision of owner of the building. So
why you don't propose something similar or to go to look for other hotel to make partnership because it's your insight, the things the most important for you?
The partner, you mean my partnership to the hotel or?
This or another one, I propose the same that the box, for example, too, if they want.
No, I can't do this because they are like monopolist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another hotel is so important for you. If tomorrow there is another, I would say, like concurrence, why you don't go to make other partnership with other hotel? If it's the
I think no. Right now it's not the most important. It was the most important at the beginning because I have some customer base at the beginning from the hotel. But right now it's not the most important. I know that the other hotel on this street have restaurants, so they have hotel restaurants for their customers.
Do you have a strategy to scale up, to just manage everything and scale up in some different places around Krakow, or you're just enjoying the business only, and that's make my financial plan satisfied, and that's what I want, that escape from the career and just play this?
Last, I think, 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I looked around on different local. I found some local, but it wasn't good enough for me, from my perspective. And also, I didn't decide. That's why I didn't decide to open other cafe. But I think about different business, but in the same area. Not cafe, but something like Italian cuisine. Yes, and I have a place here, actually, in the garden. There is some place where used to be restaurant, and it's possible to arrange this place for restaurant as well. But I'm not sure if it will be good, but it's in my head right now.
So, if I may, does the business give bring more income than you would get from the corporation, general work, or even if you would be on a better position there? Mm-hmm. And if so, can you give us some percentage or some idea, generally talking?
From my perspective, yes, it's much more profitable than work for my previous job. Also, it depends where you work and how much do you earn, but from my perspective, it's much profitable. And one of the weak point maybe for somebody who never do this is that you have to think that you never know how much you earn in each month, because each month is different. Yes, and you have season, for example, from May till October or till November, and during winter income is lower. So you need to calculate also this, but you never know how low it will be. So it's also hard to predict, because it depends on many factors. It depends on how many people, how many tourists are in Krakow. I think that from my knowledge, the worst month is January in this business. January is the worst, and the best is summer. Yeah, but January is the worst month.
I forgot what I was supposed to ask, but I think, I know. So basically, if you look at your background, right, so working for corporate life brings you certain level of flexibility, such as the weekends off, after 5-6 you leave and whatever, yeah? But when you are here, I don't know how many days you are open. It probably requires, so every day you have to be coming over, I assume, right?
No, I'm not every day here.
Okay.
Right now I have 4 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, 4 girls and 1 boy. And they work not at the same time, but part-time.
Yeah.
And we have 2 people during the weekend, and generally 1 person during the week.
So how many days are you coming here?
Oh, it depends, but I think 4 or 5. But it is not also that I have to be since 8 till 4. It's flexible. It's not because I have employees who serve, who work behind the bar, so it's not necessary me to be here when I have somebody.
How do you manage the stuff, in general? Knowing that you have a lot of work to do, and you have your life as well to run, and knowing that, for me, I'm working on corporate, and then I'm trying to do the stuff that I have to stay overnight a lot. So that, how do you manage things?
I think it's at the beginning it's not easy, but I think that it's important to be aware that the most important in business are people, and when you have people which you can rely on, this is the most important point from my perspective, because of course sometimes people are not enough because you have to be and decide about many different things, but when you have some strategy, some vision, and you tell about this your employees and they can realize it, then it's the best solution, I think. And people who you can rely is one of the most important points from my perspective. And also I think people in general, like guests, like customers, are also the most important, because you do it for them, you do everything for them, so it's yes.
How the influencer system work in Krakow? Do you have any opinion about it for food, gastronomy? I want to hear the real opinion, if possible, honest opinion.
From my experience, it's different because I wrote to some influencers on Instagram, for example, and not everyone answers. So it's not easy sometimes to have contact with these people. I had some contact with tourist guides, and I encouraged them to come here from the group with the group, and it was success because they went from 30 person or something like that. Yes, but it wasn't influencer; it was like tourist guide, because I put post on tourist guide Facebook or something like that, and that's why I can cooperate with them as well.
So simply you think influencer system is not working well?
It's hard to judge, but from my own experience, I think that maybe they are much more interested bigger place, bigger restaurants, or not small cafe. Yes, they can choose where they would like to go, and yes. Mm-hmm.
Just wondering, what is more profitable, more beneficial, renting the place or buying the place?
I think that I don't have enough money for them. I think that buying place here in the city center is not available for me. Yes, because it's very expensive. I think that the renting, if you find some place which I think that there is possible to find some place which is not very expensive. From my perspective, of course. I have not very high price for this place.
There is someone taking care about your social media, we say, online, to get the clients from internet?
Actually, right now I did it on my own. I ask my girls, or I have one boy, to prepare some materials, like do some photos or something, some movie or some posts sometimes, and then I put it on Instagram or Facebook. I don't have any professional company who do it for me.
Doing digital media and digital marketing, like, how would you say it? Like, a professional doing it and you doing by yourself. Do you think that you will be able to attract more customers than like a professional doing it because they know how to attract people?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think yes. I spoke with one or two companies, but the price was very high. Their offer was too high for me at this time, and that's why I didn't decide to cooperate with them. And I wasn't sure if they really can attract new customers. I wasn't sure because sometimes it's different. I heard different opinions from different people, so that's why I decided to do it more on my own, because I thought that my budget is not enough for this kind of marketing activities. But I think that it's not bad point for the future. I think in future I will think about to give it some maybe company. Yeah.
I know many people, as someone here, or my girlfriend, they want to help the restaurant as you, and they want to start to have like a portfolio or something like it. If someone is coming to you and propose you to help on the beginning, and not to pay, but just help you, how you will react? I want that you answer back to them, because there is here the people and they are scared to come to ask you this kind of stuff, to come to help you. And it's what I advise them. So what you will answer back then? You will be happy that they come to you to propose you, to help you?
I never have this kind of situation. But if somebody would like to help me, why not? I'm open for this kind of activity. I think it's good.
When the season is long, how do you attract the clients? If you do activities, what do you do to attract the clients?
When the season is low, I try to arrange some meetings here. Like for example, tourist guide take the groups here, or we, for example, organize some fine dining or some events. Also to be active all year. And I think that I don't have one strategy which is correct. I try to do different things, and then I see if it's okay or I have to change something. I try different things in general.
So thank you very much for your questions. Thank you very much for the
Thank you very
presentation
much.
as we're also answering. From my personal opinion, this is such a great an example for women empowerment, and also for me as a person, it will motivate me more to try and do something, because you made it possible and you shared with us today that everyone can actually do it. I thank you all for your question and for your interest in all of this. Actually, today is not just a Business in Expats regular meeting. It is a very special day for us, because it's our 10th meeting, and our leader Z actually came today with a special anniversary cake. And we would like Sylvie, who has been our host for many times right now, to be with Z to cut the cake. Spoiler as well, Z brought some snacks as well from his culture, so it will be really nice for you later on to try it on. We will go after this and we will have our connecting and networking session outside in the garden. I believe it's more hot right now in here. You are very welcome all to talk to each other, to find more insights, to learn things about each other, and why not, maybe your future business partner. And you are welcome as well to ask and talk to each other. Woo! And of course, we are very happy that you are with us in this special day. We hope to see you more and more, and we can celebrate more and more for this. Thank you very much. You are going to, yeah, I already